Hello, guys. How is everyone doing? We are live once again.
Welcome and happy Saturday for you. And is it Sunday
Sunday,
for
yes,
us?
it's Sunday for us, and of course, let us know where you're viewing us from. We are currently in the Philippines.
Manila.
Yes, we are in Manila. We've been in the Philippines now for about a month.
Mm, Not quite sure. I think about
We were in
two
Bohol
two
for
and a
what,
half
2 weeks?
weeks.
So
One
we're
week.
we're in Bohol for a week, and then we've been here in Manila for about a week or two already. Yeah, so we're just rolling up about a month here in Philippines. Philippines is actually lovely. Unfortunately, like we haven't really gone out and do a lot just because we're kind of focused on other things right now. But definitely, we will be coming back to Philippines because there's a lot to explore here, a lot. So it'll actually be like probably I don't know what type of visa situation here it is in the Philippines. They give you 2 months,
Uh,
3 months.
I think it's pretty easy to get a month on arrival. I'm not sure.
Well, much easier than Thailand, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So let us know where you're from. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, you guys know why we're here. I mean, we do try to come live as much as possible. Especially when we were in Thailand, we did I think like 4 or 5 consecutive live streams every Sunday. It was well Sunday for us, Saturday for you guys, and yeah, now we're live, but we're live because we hit 40K subscribers. And if you guys know anything about our channel, you will know that every 10K, so our next celebration will be at 50K, 60K, and so forth. We come and we celebrate you guys for making this happen. And we thank you so much because if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't happen. So definitely thank you.
And we normally celebrate with some champagne and dinner, but
Yes.
we are in Asia, so we are celebrating. It's 9 in the morning with some tea,
Yes.
and we actually got on this tea here in Philippines. It's called salabat.
Yes. Oh, let me show you this. This is really cool.
Yeah. So Devon, if you know Devon, he loves ginger. Anything ginger, Devon is just obsessed with it.
Yes.
I'm surprised you don't eat like ginger root,
like literally, there's ginger
fresh.
just laying around in the kitchen. Yesterday, I wanted to cook something, but I told Irene if I don't have ginger, I'm not cooking. So she went out, she got some ginger. I just love ginger. And while we were
A little
here,
extra.
it is, but it's it's good. I like it. But anyway, yeah. While we were in Bohol, we found this place called it was Bee Farm or something.
Bahol Bee Farm.
Bohol Bee Farm, and it's incredible. And if you happen to come to the Philippines and go to Bohol, we highly recommend you guys go there. But they have this. This is what Irina was talking about. You see, it says, let me see if I get salabat. And basically, it's a powder, and the powder has ginger and honey combined. So technically, if you use this, all you need is hot water. You don't need to add any type of honey, any type of sweetener. Of course, if you like it more sweet, then you add more of the powder. But this is excellent. We bought 2 bags. We're on our second bag. It goes very fast. We use about 2 teaspoons every time, and we slice up some lemon, and we add some turmeric. So yeah, that's kind of like our morning tea now.
And we also add cinnamon, cayenne pepper.
Yes.
And also here in the Philippines, the reason we love it is because we finally found calamansi. When we were traveling in Vietnam, they added in quite a lot of drinks, and it's very aromatic. It's a very unique fruit. In Thailand, we did not see it in stores or markets. It almost looked like miniature lime, but it's actually kind of a combination lime, lemon, and it smells
Tangerine.
like tangerine. As soon as you slice this open,
The fragrance.
it's so fragrant. The scent just hits you in the nose. Like you smell it.
Yes.
Like a few feet away, you smell it so
Let us
strong.
know if you know about this or if you've had it in Western Europe, Eastern Europe, or whatever. If you've seen this, or tried it, let us know. It's called calamansi. And again, because it's a combination, like what Irina said, it's just so remarkable. So we use this in everything. And here in the Philippines, they have sauces with this. You could find sauces with this.
You can buy dish soap with
Calamansi flavor. Yeah.
Well, I would say scent, not flavor,
Yeah, the
because you
sense.
don't eat
Right.
soap. But yeah, and we add a couple of calamansi in this drink, and we've been drinking this since we're here in Manila, and we love it. I usually like drinking coffee, but I stopped drinking coffee, and I'm just drinking this, and I love it so much.
So again, we got this in Bohol, and they did say that they have one here in Manila. So we have to source it before we leave the Philippines and go to the Maldives, because this is what we're going to be drinking when we're in Maldives. So we'll pick up another couple bags with us. It's just really that good. So let's kind of see who we got floating around in here. Yes, Sarani says, hi guys, hello.
Hi.
And welcome. Deborah, hi, how are you, Deborah?
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's see who
Greetings
else.
from, I don't know what flag is this. It's really small.
Yeah, it's small. I can't really see that flag. If you guys know what flag that is, let us know.
Well, Sarani, just let us know
Sarani,
where
let
you're
us know.
from.
Exactly. Los Angeles, of course. Deborah says, happy 40 subscribers. Thank you. 40K. Yes.
And, we've been traveling. Well, we started traveling in 2018. And our YouTube channel is, we started it very late 2018. And the early years, we weren't super consistent with it, but every 10K, it's such a milestone for us, because it's been a very long journey for us. It's 2024, and you think about it, since, okay, let's just start 2019. It's 5 years of vlogging.
Yeah, vlogging. Yeah, for sure. Kelly Cooper is here. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hi,
you guys just got back from
Kelly.
Hawaii. I'm sure it was a wonderful vacation. So speaking about our growth, right? I mean, all in all, we could say it's really hard to say whether it's steady growth or it's slow growth. But we do understand on YouTube, you can really explode on the scene like really quickly. And to give you an example, our last, I would say, 4 to 5 videos in Thailand, we did a video, 3 mall videos. We walked through the mall of Thailand, and they're amazing malls. And we did a walking tour on every single floor in Thailand. And we did what else? Oh, the largest 7-Eleven in the world. So we did that video. And out of those 4 videos, they performed so well. And it got picked up by
some type of Thai news,
like a Thai news or something like that. Yes. And they reposted it. When they reposted it, our views and subscriber count skyrocketed. We were just like, whoa, what's going on?
Well, comparing to what we were
normally run. Yes, it's skyrocketed, and our subscriber rates went up. And technically, if it wasn't for those 4 videos, we would still probably be maybe 4,000 short, right? 3 to 4,000 subscribers short.
No, we were already at 39.
We were 39, so we're okay. So yeah, we probably would have just been hitting it now, because our growth was, again, just kind of just stagnant. But because of those 3 videos, it basically pushed us and catapulted us over the 40K mark, which was really great. And again, that's what happened. That's the nature of YouTube. Hey, Ivan is here from Facebook. What's up, Ivan?
Hi.
Oh, that's your daughter. Congratulations. I used to
really cute.
Yeah, I used to work with Ivan way back in the day when I was a DJ in New York, and he was a bartender. He started as a barback and moved up to a bartender. So it was great to see him progress. Good friend of mine. Thank you for joining. So what else are we talking about here? If you guys have any questions throughout this live, just be sure to drop it in the comment and let us know. So we were talking about the Maldives. Right. So we will be going to the Maldives after we leave Philippines, which will be in the next, today is the 7th. So it would be in the next 2 weeks.
10 days, about 10 days.
Right, the next 10 days.
So we're leaving on the 17th, and we'll be staying in the Maldives minimum for a month, and we might be needing to extend our visa. We'll see how it goes, how the weather goes. Also, a lot of you were asking, oh, is it a good idea to go in May? So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because supposedly June, July is the worst months to
Hmm.
go. But
Because of the rainy
mhm.
season. But to bring it back to why we decided to go to Maldives, besides obviously it's the Maldives and it's beautiful, but when
And we missed it.
and we do miss it. When we went to the Maldives the first time, we realized that logistically it was very difficult. And it could have been much worse if Irina wasn't as good and as resourceful as what she is. And we can only imagine for other people how difficult it can be navigating through the Maldives. A lot of things you don't know, and a lot of things you don't know until you get there. And when you get there, it might be too late and it can really kind of put a snag in your vacation.
But it's also very difficult to understand, because usually when you go anywhere else, you're on one land or you just need to go to one island. But because Maldives is all islands, so it's really difficult to navigate between all those little islands, even comprehend where they're located. It's very difficult because we're not used to calling things atolls, and like
Right.
one island is on one atoll and there is a inner atoll connection or between atoll connection, so it's way more complicated.
Yes, it's very, very complex. So we decided that this is a situation that we can kind of help people. And if you guys know and been watching our channel and been with us for a while, you'll know that's kind of what we're all about. Whenever we find an opportunity where we can offer help and make your travel experience and your vacation experience that much better, we do what we can. And we realized when it came to the Maldives, most of the videos that you will find on YouTube, if you know a certain island you want to go and you research that island, you will see videos, but again, the videos are not very comprehensive. They're not thorough. You might get a little bit of information, but you don't get the main information. So they'll just kind of show you them boarding the seaplane in Mali and flying to their beautiful island and enjoying the beautiful island, but they don't tell you the logistics of getting there. And you're just like, oh, this is pretty straightforward. I get on a seaplane and I just fly to my island. It's not that way. There's a lot to it. So we decided when we do go back to the Maldives now, we will be creating an ebook. And this ebook is going to be
Ebooks.
thorough. Yes, it's going to be ebooks because, as Irina mentioned, there are a lot of islands in each atoll in the Maldives. So we're going to be creating a bunch of different islands and an ebook for each one of them. And the ebook is going to be extensive. We've been already here, like I said, in the Philippines for a couple of weeks, and that's all we've been hammering is basically the logistics on how we're going to lay out this ebook and what's important for you to know when you are planning a trip to Maldives on a budget. So these ebooks are going to be budget related. So they're not going to be going to the private islands where you're going to be taking a seaplane. These ebooks will not be that. It will be on a budget. We're going to show you how to get to these islands super affordable for as little as maybe $2 for a trip, and also stay in hotels that don't cost, $1,000 a night, but can cost you as little as $30 a night. So this is what these ebooks are going to be about. And we're going to break it down in every facet that you could possibly think about. They're going to be comprehensive.
Yeah, and since we've been in Hawaii, we've been doing hotel walk-in tours, and we've been getting so many requests to do walk-in tours of actual rooms. And whenever we get a chance, we do that. But when it comes to the Maldives and the local islands, there are actually quite a lot of hotels. On one island, it's like over 30 hotels.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to understand what the room looks like just by looking at the picture, or even what the hotel looks like just by looking at the picture. So in the ebooks, we will be covering all the insights.
Yes, all the insides. We'll walk you through the lobby of the hotels. We'll take you into the rooms and show you what the rooms look like. So if any of you, or if you know anyone who's planning on going to the Maldives, this ebook would be for you. And of course, once we publish it, we'll probably go live and we'll kind of let you guys know, hey, the ebooks have been published, and we'll give you guys a link. Maybe you can pass it on to someone, or you can use it for yourself, because trust me, you're gonna want to use it. It's amazing in the Maldives, and everyone should experience it. Sheila says hi. Welcome, Sheila.
Hi.
Sheila always joins us during our lives. Super awesome. Vegas in the house.
Vegas, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
Congrats. I'm listening, but I can't chat here for support. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
50K is next. Yay.
50K is definitely next. Francisco Calderon in the buildings. What's going on?
I'm actually really excited. 50K is half of the very big milestone, which is 100K with when YouTube gives you a silver button. So getting closer. Right now we are 40% of the silver button achievement.
Yeah. So with the Maldives, that's pretty much it. That's the main reason we are going to the Maldives, is to create this massive ebook. So again, once that's completed, we will notify you guys, let you know there's going to be links where you can get it, and we have to figure out where else we're going to put it, such as Amazon and Kindle and all these different places. So that's really cool. Speaking about also another promotion, it's Plannin, right? You want to explain kind of what that is?
So there is a new booking website, and I personally love it. And the reason why is because their idea is brilliant. Whenever you try to book a hotel, and they also will be coming out with the experiences later as well, they allow creators to add their video reviews of hotels or later on with the experience. So before you book, you can actually see what it looks like, and kind of creators' recommendations and reviews. And I think it's brilliant because none of those booking websites, no matter how big they are, they don't show you a single video, and you kind of have to like source it on your own. I like to watch videos before I go. When we went to the Maldives to even choosing a resort for our wedding, oh gosh, we watched so many videos, and it would be so helpful to have the videos right in your booking application, where if you like it, you can book. And we linked our profile. We have about 25 recommendations for you. We have it in the profile. And if you do decide to book through that platform, it is also an affiliate program for us, that we do have a small commission by you just supporting and booking through our link.
Yes. So it's definitely a really great platform, and we're on there. So make sure you kind of check that out and see. Next up, we have a question actually. Yusuf says, hey, what's your favorite Carnival cruise? Well, let me speak for myself first before Irina goes. Personally, so we've been on a couple, one or two?
One.
Well, we've been on one Carnival cruise, and the ship was older, and it wasn't a great experience. We did a review. If you go back in our channel and you put in Carnival, you'll find that that video. Carnival, for me, personally speaking, it's kind of on the lower end of cruises. The ships are older. There's always,
they have some new ships.
They do have. I mean, they do update their ships as well. So just the one that we've been on, but also it always seems as Carnival, the brand, the fun ship or the fun cruise, that's what they call it. The demographic of the people that go on those ships, or the party crowd, there's usually issues happening on that specific cruise line. Just yesterday, we saw something on TikTok where a guy said someone jumped off the balcony of a Carnival cruise ship. There are fights. There's so many videos. If you just Google Carnival like fights or stuff like that, you'll see so many different videos, because that's just the demographic. I mean, I'm not sure if you're going with your family or if it's just you or what you're looking to do. A lot of people, because they label it fun
trouble.
Fun, because people, they overdrink, and then it turns into something totally different. So for me personally speaking, I don't like Carnival. I don't think I'll ever go back on another Carnival. If we do, maybe to be one of the most current ships, and we want to see what it's like, and the destinations
I
are good.
actually wouldn't mind to give them another try. I'll give Carnival a chance, but on a like super new ship.
Right. It has to be a pretty recent ship so we could see kind of like what it's like. But again, you know, Carnival is not really our cup of tea. There's a lot of other cruise lines that are very good. But again, it really depends on what you're looking for, what you're going for.
One cruise that will never go back is
NLC?
MSC.
MSC. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Yes, when we were on MSC, it wasn't the greatest experience, but the ship was beautiful. It was an amazing ship. We didn't like the shows. We didn't like the food as well. And I don't know if it's because it's a European country brand. It's a European cruise. Maybe things are different, even as far as the entertainment go. But again, we did a video on that, and we said everything we didn't like and all the things that we did like.
But the way they treat content creators there, it's terrible.
Yeah, they ran into a little situation, and if you look up cruises, you'll see they had a situation with a popular content creator that does only cruises, and they ran into some issues. Yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, there are a lot of options out there. Let us know why you're choosing Carnival. Is there a specific reason? Yeah, what else we have here? So our next vlog that we're putting out right after this live, it's going to be a Vietnamese vlog. We were in Vietnam for I think a week or 10 days, and we went to Cu Chi Tunnel. And also, what's the other river? Mekong River. So that video is coming out right after this. So after you watch this live, make sure you check that video out. It's crazy. Personally, I always say this to my friends when I speak to them. I'm like, I never thought that I would love Vietnam as much as I do. And as much of a foodie as we are, in Vietnam, I wouldn't say the food tops, for me personally, the reason why I love Vietnam. And for a lot of other places, that doesn't matter, right? When we talk about going to different places, Portugal and different places, like, oh, the food is what kind of drives you there, as well as the culture and everything else. But the food is on top. Vietnam, the food is not on top, but there's just a vibe in Vietnam that's just so different for me personally. The coffee is amazing. And I'm not even a coffee drinker. Like, I'm not a coffee drinker. Like, I wouldn't make coffee in the morning, but when it comes to the Vietnamese coffee, I'm in there like 100%. So, Vietnam for me is very special. And every time we get a chance to go there, we do. So because we were living in Thailand for 9 months, we were bouncing back and forth between Thailand and Vietnam. And it's incredible there for me. I really do enjoy it. And when we went to Cu Chi Tunnel, that was another eye-opener for me. So I didn't even know much about the Vietnamese War. And when we went to the tunnel, I went there blindly, not knowing what it was, kind of just vaguely what it was about. But when we went on the tour and the operator started telling us about the insights of what happened in the war and how they build these tunnels and all these different things about the war, I was like, wow. Like, I was blown away the whole entire tour. And I went into the tunnel. The Vietnamese, the what do they call them? Tunnel rats. So I think the Australians were the ones to go down into these tunnels, and the tunnels were made for like the Vietnamese, and the Vietnamese are super small. They're tiny. Well, Americans and Australians actually were a part of it. And the tunnels are so, like, if you're claustrophobic, forget about going in this place.
Yeah, I skipped that one.
She skipped it. I went in. I don't know why I did it, but I was just like, I was so fascinated. I was like, I'm going down there. Literally, my shoulders were scraping against the walls, and I was bent over, and the top of my head and my back was scraping along the entire tunnel as I was going through it. It's pitch dark. You can't even see your hand in front of your face. And I'm like, wow, how could these people have fought this war for so many years in this type of condition?
And on top of that, that tunnel was actually modified and enlarged for tourists.
Yes.
So the original tunnel was even smaller. And
they built it this way because they knew in the Western culture that bigger.
Traps inside tunnels too.
Yeah, they had spiders and snakes and all different types of things down there. So when you go down there, you get trapped.
But also stuff that you can actually fall into,
spikes, all different types of things. So yeah, I went through that, and it was very terrifying, and that's kind of like the title of the video. It's crazy, it's crazy. But we learned so much, and we felt so educated after that tour. When we got back to Thailand, I started looking at videos immediately about that war, and then things started clicking even more, and I'm like, oh, that's what that was. And it was just,
Yeah,
it
we
was
wanted
eye-opening.
to go to the museum, but we actually took the tour a little bit too late, that we did not have the time to go to the museum, because they had some very interesting things in there.
Yeah. And then Sheila says that's why they were so affected during the war. Yeah, it was just incredible, all the different facts they gave us, and they showed us they were cooking in these tunnels, and you might figure, how the hell do you cook underground? Like, like
Yeah.
they had
They were
means.
literally living there for
They
like
were
what,
living there.
25 years?
It was a
something
long
like that.
time. It was a long time. Yeah. And then we found out about, the Agent Orange. I've heard of the term in the past in school. I don't know like what grade I was in, but again, it was nothing that registered. So that's the thing. When you travel and you experience these things, it's like things just then really click,
And you
and you're like,
actually see people who were affected by it.
yes, that's another thing. On the tour, there's a museum which we didn't go. We spoke to one of the uh, people that were on the tour with us, and they said, "Did you guys go to the museum by any chance?" And we're like, "No." He's like, "I went to that museum, and I literally came out of there in tears. That's how bad it was." And I'm like, man, I wish we had enough time. And we found this out the last day before we had left. So if we had one more day, we would have visited the War Museum, because I really would have liked to see what that experience was like.
But we'll be back to Vietnam, and maybe we'll see if we can visit it again at some point.
There was one story I'd like to share with you guys. When we were on the tour, our tour operator was amazing. You'll see him in the video that we're putting out. He told us this story of one of the women who were down in the Vietnamese woman who was down in the tunnel, and she had a child. And I think it was something like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the baby was kind of crying and crying. And obviously you can hear the baby crying in the tunnel. So if the soldiers are coming in, they would kind of know where they were. And this is just making the story short. At the end of the day, she had to
Kill the baby.
unalive the baby so that she wasn't found by the Americans.
Well,
and
it wasn't just her, it was like the entire village.
Right, the entire village, right. So obviously if you expose where things are, they're going to know where you're located and how things are structured. So she was faced with that tough decision to unalive her child. That was the only way that she could have.
Yeah, and then she ended up unaliving herself because she couldn't bear with it.
Yeah. So again, there's just so many stories, and it's just so touching. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys watch the video. We just did an overview of what we did there. But if you guys ever make it to Vietnam, we have links there and stuff like that you guys can check out. Edwin says, hello, Devon and Irene, I love your channel. What's your favorite Caribbean island you visited?
Barbados. Is it considered Caribbean? Yeah.
Yeah. Barbados. Yeah, Barbados is really nice. The water there is beautiful. But the thing is about Barbados is that you have to do it. You have to, because it's the part of on the ABC side, no?
But I don't know. Is it like, I'm confused with like Western, Eastern Caribbean?
Yeah.
But another one also on the ABC side is the Curacao.
Curacao is really nice also.
Yeah, we would love to go back. Actually, fun fact, we loved Curacao so much when we were on the cruise there. Immediately when we were there, I started looking on like ways to, after the cruise, because we don't plan anything in advance. We just book like pretty much the next day. And I was looking on ways to get to Curacao from right after our cruise finishes, but the flights were
super expensive.
And with like weird layovers because we were in Puerto Rico. So it wasn't really a good route for us to go. But yeah, it just to show you how much we loved it.
Yeah, Curacao is really nice. What Edwin? What island were you thinking about possibly going to?
Are you going on a
Let
cruise
us
or are
know.
you just vacationing?
I do feel though, traveling the amount of time we've traveled, I like kind of like if you go on a cruise ship, there's probably a port where you are, or if not close, because in the US there are a lot of different ports where you can leave out of, whether it's East Coast or West Coast, and you can go to these islands, and it's kind of like a la carte, right? So you take this cruise, it's more than likely inexpensive. You go to these Caribbean islands, you see which Caribbean island you really like the best, and then you could be like, wow, I like this so much, like I'm gonna have to come back here and properly do a week here or 10 days or whatever it is time you have, and then just fly to that specific island. So that's a really great way to do it, as opposed to saying, oh, I heard this island was really good, or I heard good things about this island. And you fly there and you realize, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. And now you invested a whole week in this place. You know, I mean, it's the Caribbean, so it's
Yeah.
beautiful, but still.
Yeah. I think St. Martin is a good place.
St. Martin is nice also.
Yeah.
We're not particularly fond of St. Thomas. It is beautiful in St. Thomas, but for us, it's just there are other islands that are better.
Yeah, St. Thomas
So-
is just okay.
Mhm.
And we were in St. Thomas several times on the cruise, and also we went there and stayed for about a week there or so.
Right. I think that was the first time we went there, right? We just
Mhm.
flew there and we stayed there for a week. It's nice, but there are other islands that I feel are better. You'll have a better vacation. What else do we have here? So I'm gonna put this up here. Yeah, let us know if you guys have any additional questions. Just leave it in the comments. Let me see if I go back here if I missed any questions. I think we're all caught up. Yeah. So what else?
Yeah, I think we're good. We just wanted to pop in. And what else is coming? We right after Vietnam, I think we have maybe a couple of more videos on Thailand, right? And then we're jumping into Philippines. So
Yeah.
starting with Bohol,
Mhm.
and we're doing a few videos on Manila.
I'm not
And-
sure what it's going to be like when we go to the Maldives. I'm not sure how many videos we're going to be publishing, because again, we're going to be focusing most of our efforts on the ebook. So it's just collecting a lot of
Mhm.
information every single day.
And also, we don't know what the Wi-Fi is gonna be like, because
That's another thing.
again, different islands, different hotels have different Wi-Fi situation, and sometimes it takes several hours to upload the video.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And then after the Maldives, we will be probably going to Kuala Lumpur
Mhm.
and then possibly Bali. So that's kind of like the schedule we'll be going for within. We are going to be having some videos here on the Philippines. We're going out to shoot some videos and stuff. So those should be interesting. And I guess while you guys are seeing those videos on the Philippines, we will already be in the Maldives and we'll be filming some stuff there. So then we'll be catching up with you guys once we leave the Maldives. So it'll probably be a month where we don't go live. Maybe we'll pop in, maybe we won't. Again, it depends on the Wi-Fi and how things are going. But definitely when we get to Kuala Lumpur or Bali, we'll be popping in and kind of catching up on everything that's been going on. But it's going to
Yeah.
be very hectic. So if you
Yeah.
don't hear from us, that's the reason why. Sheila says, "Are you guys planning to go to South Korea since it's nearby?"
Yes.
That's a good question.
Absolutely. I've been watching so many different videos on Korean skincare, Korean treatments. So we'll definitely be going to Korea for some tuning.
Edwin says, "Do you recommend ABC?"
150%.
150%.
Actually, I forgot about Aruba. Aruba was nice.
Aruba's nice.
Yeah,
Aruba's a nice
I wouldn't
island.
mind going back to Aruba either.
Mhm.
Bonaire was good too. It's a small island, so if it's mostly popular for divers.
Mhm.
I don't if you're not a diver, I don't think there is anything
There's
like
not
much to
much
do.
to do. Yeah, it's more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, the ABC is referring to the ABC Islands, which is Aruba,
Bonaire.
Bonaire, and Curacao.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in the what, Southern Caribbean?
I don't know. I'm confused between
I
all
think
these.
ABC is located in the Southern Caribbean. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. He says I really enjoy Grand Turk. Grand Turk was nice also.
Mm,
Yeah.
but isn't it a private island? Well, I think
Well,
Grand
there's
Turk,
because
we
it's
only
connected.
went to
Yeah,
a
the
private
private
island.
island. Yeah, it is definitely less busy there. That's for sure. We went there on MSC, right? It was MSC. We went there.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, I think it
So
was
many
MSC.
cruises we
Yeah.
went on.
And speaking about cruising, we actually miss cruising. We were talking about this the whole time. It's like, man, if we could jump on a cruise ship right now, we would.
Yeah, I was looking for some cruises out of Philippines, but the thing about those cruises, they don't go too often. They have very specific dates where they go to. So we're like, oh, we're missing.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it. We've kind of wrapped everything up here. This one is a little shorter, a little sweeter than what we normally do. We just wanted to kind of pop in and celebrate with you guys, you know, our 40K and now moving on to 50. So if you happen to watch this video after we go live and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I encourage you to watch our other older videos. When I say older, I mean the last few we published. That way you get a sense of kind of the type of content that we publish. And if it suits you and if you like it, definitely subscribe and help us along this journey to 50K. That'd be really awesome. So again, thank you guys so much for joining. And as usual,
We'll see you in the next one.
we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Love you guys.
Bye.